And let's take a look at number 14. And let's first do it by hand. And then we'll use a calculator to do it. Okay. So 14, we got y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 7. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to graph this right here. Y is equal to negative 2x plus 7. So you pretend the inequality symbol is equal to, with the stipulation that if you have a less than or greater than in your problem, you'll use a dotted line. If you have a less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, you'll use a solid line. So let's do that. So this is in slope-intercept form. The 7 would be our y-intercept, so it means it crosses at 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. And the slope is whatever's before our x, which is negative 2. And I want to write it in fraction form, so I'll put it over 1. Now, slope is a change in y over change in x. That means I'm going to go down 2 and right 1. So from there I go down 2, right 1, and I put my second dot. Now, since this problem is a less than or equal to, that means we're going to have a solid line here. Now, if that had been a less than, this would be a dotted line. Now, our second step in doing it by hand is we want to pick a test case. I'm going to choose 0, 0, this right here. And we're going to plug that back into our original inequality and see if it's true or false. So if I put 0 in for y, less or equal to negative 2 times 0 plus 7. This is more of a question mark at this point. Negative 2 times 0 is 0, that drops away, so we got 0 is less than or equal to 7, which is true. Since it's true, let me write that down. Okay, since it's true, that means we're going to shade the side where that point falls. Our test case. So we're going to shade this side. Now, if we had come up with something that was false, like we'd come up with that 0 is greater than 7. If it's false, then you shade the other side. Now, to do this on your calculator, if you have a less than or less than or equal to, that means you're going to have a lower left hand triangle. If you have a greater than or greater than or equal to, it means you'll have an upper right hand triangle. And those make sense here in a minute. Our note on the dotted and solid line still holds true, so we still have to keep that in mind. And basically we plug this in our calculator just like normal. So negative 2x plus 7. So I come here and I press y equals clear negative 2x plus 7. Now look where my cursor is. It's right to the right of the 7. If I press my left arrow key, I don't know how many times, just keep doing it. You can't do it too many times. You want your flashing cursor on the slash in the very first position, which is where I have that. If I press enter one time, it becomes a thick slash. If I press it one more time, it becomes an upper right hand triangle. Well, this problem's a less than or equal to, which means we want a lower left hand triangle. So we'll press enter one more time, and see how it changes to a lower left hand triangle. And then once you get that, then you push graph. Now this is basically our answer with a stipulation of what I put this box around, whether it's a dotted line or solid line. We've already said less than or equal to is a solid line in this problem. So you get the same graph by doing that. A little more accurate actually than doing it by hand. Looks like I have a little bit too much of an angle there on my line.